deja vu when I'm running up these racks. I'm like the Terminator screaming, I'll be back. It's deja vu when I'm out here flying first class. It's like every week I gotta take out the trash. It's return of the Mac, they say I'm off the rails. I can't wait for you, I get it for myself. So many places to be, I've got plenty. Act like you've been here before we start trending. Don't mistake me for a lame or a goofy. Rockstar life is like a movie.
Hey, Hollywood, Hollywood, where you be at? I remember when I used to drive a Fiat.
Now they looking for me like I'm Ray Epps.
It's a conspiracy how I keep on getting checks. Hey, this money keep on falling like it's dominoes. Special delivery and I got a lot to blow.
Feeling like I've been here before. Deja vu is hitting me to the core.
All right.
Memories flashing back.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I got reported. All right, we're back. We're back. I got reported. And so we'll just get straight into it. If you don't like the way that I run this show, the way that I run this kingdom, just leave right now because it's going to get very, very uncomfortable for you. I promise you it will, but get this, you don't got to take my word for it. Listen to your leader. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too.
Yeah.
But if you're not happy, you can leave.
If you're not happy with Zoran Mamdani, leave. I don't think there should be a MAGA in New York or in California at all. Go to wherever you hide at, all right? Because playtime is over. And I don't want to get ahead of myself because I know that this isn't really the end of the battle with MAGA right now, ladies and gentlemen. We are truly, truly fighting for the soul of this democracy, but I got to honestly say a W is a W. Now, MAGA, let me explain to you. Let me explain to you, MAGA, how you got backed into this position where we're allowed to just basically do what we want to you at this moment. You got into this position because you fell for the trick, all right? What was the trick? The trick was y'all were so worried about two genders. Y'all were so worried about getting rid of the penny, right? Y'all were so worried about getting rid of paper straws and stuff like that you took your eyes off the prize. The one thing everyone knows you got to focus on in order to win is the economy. And Donald Trump seems to have looked at a different economy than the economy that's actually going on. He didn't care about lowering your grocery prices. The jig's up. He didn't care about bringing down the cost of your utility bills. He didn't care about bringing down the cost of your rent. He didn't care about any of that. All he cared about is destroying the White House, remodeling it with marble and gold. Yeah, and you don't get anything but, guess what, a red hat. You only get a red hat. In the rest of the country, those who have been listening and following broadcasts like mine or several other people who've listened to some of the things that we've said, and then they've gone out and actually done their own independent research, they've came to a reasonable conclusion that Donald Trump is, as we've all been saying, a fraudster, a criminal. All right. And he is totally incompetent. There's two scandals going on right now in the White House, and nobody wants to talk about it, but I'll keep talking about it. What is it? It's the auto pen. Donald Trump's pardoning people. He has no clue who he's pardoning. You can go look this up. And he's gone to the doctor to get an MRI, and he's not telling us. These are going to be two. Actually, I could get into other scandals. I haven't forgotten about the Epstein files, right, WZIS? So, MAGA, let me explain to you how you got here. What is this? Representative Mark Alford getting his behind handed to him. All right, and this is in Missouri. He ignored what this voter said, but I'm going to get it on the record.
You need to take your head out of Trump's and start doing your representation of us.
Yeah.
I would appreciate you taking your father's U.S. Constitution book, read it, study it, make your own lines underneath it, and get Trump out of office.
That part.
The man is a dictator. He knows nothing about what he talks about.
Nope.
Do you think we're idiots? Do you think we don't pay taxes? Do you think that we don't have to make budgets? You talk about half-truths.
True.
When I listen to you. You know nothing about taking care of children.
Nope.
Because you've always had a really good paying job.
Oh.
You're not helping me. Believe me, you're not helping me.
Boom, boom. So that's a regular American telling the elected Republicans out there, get your heads out of Donald Trump's rear end. But y'all couldn't do it, right? Y'all would rather get out here and think that the world is going to buy this narrative that it's the Democrats who shut this government down. Are you kidding me? Give me a break. I'll give you something else, MAGA. This is something for you to digest.
Y'all have been voting Republican your whole life because they keep telling you, you let them get their hands on it, they're going to fix it and you ain't going to be poor no more. Mm-hmm. And look at you. Still fucking poor.
Keep it clean. So
let me break this shit down for you in a dialect you will understand, and then you can no longer tell anybody you are confused as to how this works. Now, I'm going to use a timeline that anybody around my age should be able to relate to. So take out your crayons and let's follow along. Obama comes into office. He inherits Bush's economy. Mm-hmm. It is shit, and he spends the next 4 years trying to fix it.
True.
Old Cheeto Benito wins the election. Mm-hmm. He inherits a good economy. He spends the next 3 fucking years trying to unravel everything that Obama did, and then the shutdown happens and the whole goddamn world's economy goes in the tank. Cheeto Benito does a horrible job trying to manage this.
True.
Old Sleepy Joe wins the election. All of a sudden, everything starts being really expensive. All you motherfuckers start bitching. You do not understand that we are now facing the fruits of Cheeto Benito's economy.
True.
This is very, very basic information. Yeah. I skipped a whole lot of goddamn high school, and even I understand this. You should too. Now y'all get the molasses out of your asses, unfuck yourself, keep the boots out your motherfucking mouth, and yeehaw fuck the law. I will see y'all down the line.
Boom, boom, boom. MAGA, do y'all get it? You're not listening to what we're saying to you. Your heads are so far up Donald Trump's behind that you didn't realize you're in a very, very, very bad situation with the American people. No one's buying the lies. All right, you can point at a lot of things, and I know there's a lot of weak-minded folks out there that still are, they're playing what they call identity politics. Well, you know what I got for you? Let me go ahead and let y'all hear from somebody that you might already know. And this was just, to me, when I heard this, I said, this is incredible. I mean, they're just literally giving it away, the game. Y'all know who this is, Marjorie Taylor Greene?
I think there's a lot of paid social media influencers. Mm-hmm. And I found it very interesting that they were the MAGA accounts, but they're all paid, and they all attacked me when I announced I was coming to join you ladies on The View. Mm-hmm. And I think that's very weak and pathetic. But when I talk about weak Republican men, I'm pretty much talking oftentimes about the leadership in the House and the Senate, and they're not getting our agenda done.
Boom, weak Republican men, W. Zeus. W. Zeus, ladies and gentlemen. I noticed there's a lot of crybabies in my audience. I'll give it to you again.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned,
there's a lot of
you hate our
crybabies.
country. If you're not happy here, you can leave.
Let me go ahead and give y'all a message from Vivek Ramaswamy. All right, MAGA. He's going to explain to you why you lost yesterday. And again, I'm not rubbing it in your face. I'm just clicking play. All right.
Handed to us in New Jersey. We got our asses handed to us in New Jersey, Virginia, and New York City. Democrats swept all 3. Oh. There's 2 key lessons for Republicans. Listen carefully. Number 1, our side needs to focus on affordability. Make the American dream affordable. Bring down costs, electric costs, grocery costs, healthcare costs, and housing costs, and lay out how we're going to do it. And number 2, cut out the identity politics.
Oh.
It doesn't suit Republicans. It's not for us. That's the woke left's game, not ours. We don't care about the color of your skin or your religion. We care about the content of your character. That's who we are.
That's Vivek Ramaswamy. W's in the chat for Zeus. So if you got anything to say about Zohran Mamdani, I just want you to know you're starting off way behind the 8 ball. It's sort of like J.D. Vance. Yesterday, he's tried to mail it in. He tried to back, one of the losers yesterday. And then I said to JD, don't try to mail it in now. We all saw what your priorities have been for the past couple of weeks. And it wasn't the people. It was Erica Kirk. W. Zeus. W. Rick. Thank you. Yeah. See, the truth comes out of very, very strange places. And I know We didn't believe we would actually be aligned with certain individuals, but these folks understand that what's worse, to be primaried by Donald Trump or to be primaried by the people, right? And I think there's a certain group of individuals out there that understand very clearly. Nobody wants to see a bunch of MAGA white guys running around here yanking women out of their cars, slamming them on the ground, zip tying children. Nobody in their right mind wants to see that. It's disgusting, it's evil, it's vile, and it's totally unpatriotic, it's un-American, and it's un-Christian, all right? And that's another huge W, Zeus. I could just keep going. I don't need to talk to MAGA, because you know what it's like talking to MAGA, ladies and gentlemen. You want to know what it is? It's like this. This is MAGA right here. You know this? Right here. You know this? This is MAGA. That's MAGA right there. No offense, Tasmanian devil. All right. Let's move it along. I mean, we already know what's happening in America right now. Donald Trump has lost it. He's losing his mind. Well, never mind. He already lost it. But his supporters, they understand that what Big Zeus and all of you have been saying is spot on, accurate. It's true. And it's embarrassing that I would hate to be a right-wing content creator and get up this morning and have to try to explain this.
Losing his mind after the blue. Donald Trump is losing his mind after the blue wave. No, the blue tsunami took over the United States as Democrats won coast to coast in Virginia, in New Jersey, in Pennsylvania, in Georgia, in Minnesota, in New York City, in California. You name the location. Democrats won big. MAGA Republicans got destroyed. So what was Donald Trump doing all last night? The cope was real, folks. Here's what he was posting. And so it begins, he writes. And so it begins. Oh, very cryptic, Donald. Then Donald Trump posts, Trump wasn't on the ballot, and shutdown were the two reasons that Republicans lost elections tonight, according to pollsters.
How many of y'all believe that because Trump wasn't on the ballot that he lost? How many of y'all believe that lie? Because we're gonna shut that lie down. Anyone out there believe that lie? It's because Trump wasn't on the ballot. All right, because we got a real understanding. Because Trump wasn't he on the ballot in 2020, and didn't he lose? Right? Or the other lie, it was rigged. That's what they always say. It was rigged. All right, so they don't believe Biden got 81 million votes, but there was record turnout. Then Donald Trump gets, quote, record turnout when this past election, and he doesn't think it's rigged all of a sudden. Why is it always a clean election when he wins, MAGA? Where'd these extra voters come from when Trump won? How come y'all were silent? Why didn't you say anything about Elon? MAGA, the jig's up. I could care less, honestly, about Zoran Mamdani and wherever he's from. I could care less. Because you know what I was saying? I said, do I care more about somebody getting health care, or do I care more about my survival? And when I thought about it, I said, I care way more about my own survival than I care about somebody else getting access to health care, especially when I know that while they're getting access to health care, it's not true, but let's just say that it is true. You turn around and you see this guy in the White House literally enriching his family to the tune of over $800 million just with crypto alone. And then you're seeing him redo the Rose Garden. You're seeing him put marble all over the bathroom. You put marble in the bathroom, you got a lot of extra money to blow, bro. And then he's putting gold in all these weird, strange places. And I go, wow, why is it every time we come up to the house, knock, knock, hey, we need some money. Oh, I ain't got it. I don't got anything. But then I turn around and you're doing all this crazy stuff. And then you're hitting us with these tariffs. Ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump is losing. And it's simple. It's because he's not taking care of the economy. And that's a huge W, Zeus. Donald Trump, you created this mess. And you don't know how to fix it. Just like you don't know how to change your diaper. And so what we'll do is we'll just keep going on. I know MAGA is very upset this morning, but MAGA, it ain't just me saying this. I got some bad news. You don't want to know why a lot of people went and voted yesterday? Here's a good clue.
And as far as the Trump impact on the...
Hold on.
The reason for their vote, the Cheryl voters vote, those who said that they wanted to oppose the sitting president, 71% of them So this is really what led to the outcome tonight. And
wow, W. That's in New Jersey. You could go look it up. 71% of the people that went and voted out there did it because they wanted to oppose Donald Trump. That's crazy. I've never seen numbers like this in my life. Nobody's ever seen numbers like this. Nothing's ever been done like this. This is incredible. I mean, we brought in so many votes yesterday. And I said, and I was going around and I was talking to people, and people said, this guy is crazy. I'm getting there. I'm voting. I've never voted before. And I said, wow, I've never seen anything like this. And so that's a huge W, Zeus. And that's actually a huge W to everybody in the audience that's not MAGA, that's been actually getting the word out there and engaging in some of the most difficult work we've ever done. Because it's hard, I understand, to do what you're supposed to do throughout the 24 hours you have in the day, and then to actually have to take time out of your busy lives and to confront these demons in real time. Because obviously these folks got very, very, very weak minds. All right, but we're not going to let that happen. All right. Now, what I want to also do is give thanks and, credit where credit is due. Let's start out with Governor Gavin Newsom.
In every critical category, Donald Trump is underwater.
Thank you, Governor.
He promised to make us healthier. He promised to make us wealthier. We're sicker and poorer.
Go ahead, Gavin.
Fundamentally understands that. Why else would he call Greg Abbott saying he's entitled to 5 seats? Why else is he trying to rig the midterm elections before one single vote is even cast? He understands his position at this moment in the United States of America.
True.
One thing he never counted on, though,
what's that?
Was the state of California. Instead of agonizing over the state of our nation, we organized in an unprecedented way in a 90-day sprint. People from all over the United States of America contributed their voices and their support for this initiative. We stood tall and we stood firm in response to Donald Trump's recklessness.
Facts.
And tonight, after poking the bear, this bear roared with an unprecedented turnout in a special election with an extraordinary result.
That's Governor Gavin.
In every critical...
I'm giving MAGA a free history lesson, and they're unappreciative. I see them out there literally. They're losing their minds. They're becoming unglued. But this isn't as bad as it's going to get, MAGA. I promise you, because I'm more committed than I was actually. Actually, I've always been committed. But now it's playtime is truly over, MAGA. I'm more committed now to making sure we proceed as instructed in order to do away with this evil MAGA demon. And you know what I call it? It's a hybrid of the Triple K and fascism. We're not gonna take our foot off the gas. We're gonna continue to expose you liars and you hypocrites, all right, until justice is truly delivered. And what does justice look like to Big Zeus? All the money Donald Trump has stolen from us being restored. The Supreme Court is an example of that. And they better do the right thing, or all they're going to do is turn the temperature up on the American people. We want the money back that he stole from us through those tariffs, those illegal tariffs that he's put on. So that's the beginning of it. That's called restitution in a way. But it needs to end with impeachment and, honestly, jail time. And they say, well, Zeus, why? Well, obviously, he's been breaking the law since he's gotten into the office, but especially some of the cabinet officials. I really do have a problem with, for instance, Secretary of State, Secretary of War is what he calls himself. I don't like some of the things that he's been doing in the Eastern Pacific and, out there in the Caribbean region that involves unaliving innocent people. So that's definitely a matter of serious concern. But I also think we need to also get to the bottom of what happened to Charlie Kirk, because I don't appreciate, and I want to know where Lion Lou is at. Bring your behind over here, and I know you're listening, and apologize to all of us, because for some strange reason, Candace Owens is going berserk. She's going berserk because Donald Trump won't get to the bottom of what happened to CK. And so those are the reasons why I say justice truly needs to be served, and that's another huge W. Elon, where's the money you saved? I saw that. These folks know that they've been caught in all of their lies, and they also know right now, I know Zeus, I haven't been paid in over 2 weeks. I haven't been paid in a month. Federal employees, federal contractors. And I'm sitting here trying to explain it to him, and it finally clicked on me. When you haven't been paid for a month, that means the employer isn't living up to their obligations that they have made. And everyone knows that no matter how you look at this never happened. These record shutdowns, they've never happened under any president except Donald Trump. So no matter how you want to slice it, you got to look at it from the way that they do in math. There's a common denominator. And who is the common denominator? Not the Democrats. It's Donald Trump. W's in the chat for Zeus. Now, it wouldn't be a show unless we give credit where credit is due. So why don't we let Zohran Mamdani get his moment with us in the kingdom, all right? And, I haven't done this before, but I have no problem doing it because a win is a win, and I only like to be around winners.
Show a nation betrayed by Donald Trump how to defeat him. It is the city that gave rise to him.
Woo! Get him, Zohran.
And if there is any way to terrify a despot, it is by dismantling the very conditions that allowed him to accumulate power. This is not only how we stop Trump, it's how we stop the next one. So Donald Trump, since I know you're watching, I have 4 words for you. Turn the volume up.
It's over. It's over after that. It's over. Yeah, it's over after that. Signed, sealed, and delivered, MAGA. Yeah. It's over, MAGA. Right after that, I was like, all right, fair enough. This man is serious. Zohran Mamdani, he's serious about winning. And MAGA, you have to deal with that. Your candidates, they all got beat up last night. I was seeing it. I said, what happened to all those alphas? Wasn't a bunch of alphas last night. It was a bunch of weak betas. Weak. Donald Trump couldn't even make an appearance last night. He said he went for 4 hours, couldn't say a word, sitting there. And you know what Donald Trump was doing, ladies and gentlemen? I got record. You want to know what Donald Trump was doing while Zohran was cooking and booking? Let's see if we got. There's a little audio of Donald Trump last night panicking. That's him.
Ooh, that gastronomic epicure culinary crepes Suzette. I hate him. Ooh, that Beretta Frank Flipper put a room like a fur. That dirty Turkish artifact, flat and Barton, Philip Bunker Barton, Persaluma Barton, Boston Martin, and Adam. Oh, kitty free, rattle, written, hitting, boats of dirty wreck of fracas, letter touch. You crazy rockin' bragging varmint rabbit! Come out of there, you batter spatting as a trapper-all! Pretty center, battle strally correct. Friggin' paracatus!
And then he fell off the cliff.
Like a frack slap back and floated back, coronet, cut back rock!
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was Donald Trump, ladies and gentlemen, panicking. Oh, I can't believe Zohran is doing this.
We will hold bad landlords to account.
Oh, get him.
Because the Donald Trumps of our city have grown far too comfortable taking advantage of their tenants.
Get him, Zohran.
We will put an end to the culture of corruption that has allowed billionaires like Trump to evade taxation and exploit tax breaks.
Fair enough.
We will stand alongside unions and expand labor protections because we know, just as Donald Trump does, that when working people have ironclad rights, the bosses who seek to extort them become very small indeed.
Get him! Get him, Zohran!
New York will remain a city of immigrants, a city built by immigrants, powered by immigrants. And as of Trump when I say this. To get to any of us, you will have to get through all of us.
And there you have it. So Abigail Spanberger, Sherelle, Gavin Newsom, even what's his name, Jay Jones and Zoran, all of you deserve a huge, huge round of applause. Because one thing I would rather do is I would rather support all of you than to ever hitch my wagon onto anything that Donald Trump and his legion of MAGA demons have going on. I'll take my chances, honestly. And Zoran, just do what you got to do, champ. Cook up the way you've been cooking up, because the writing is on the wall. First they doubt you, and then next thing you know, they're on your job. That's how they get down out here. I get it. He came out of nowhere. I'll be honest with you. Zoran came out of nowhere, but you got to respect it. All right. It's a W. It's a W. I don't give a darn how you look at it. All right. And so now that we've gotten that addressed, I haven't done it, but I need to do it. It's time to get straight to judgment. I want to go ahead and send Donald Trump where he belongs, ladies and gentlemen, because after that slacking, this morning, ladies and gentlemen, and you all saw him, he showed up, and you could just tell, this man's weak. This man is frail. This man is on autopilot like we've never seen. Auto pin mode. This is auto pin mode right here. And this is somebody that's fresh out of an MRI with the Epstein curse, obviously, because he's losing his hearing. He got the cursed hand, his swollen ankles. But he knows that it's all on him right now, this shutdown. And he's trying to convince the Republicans that this loss isn't his fault, but you can tell he knows.
Wherever you may be, Tom. Thank you.
Remember this? This is what he said this morning. This is what he said.
So Senator Shelley Moore Capito, who's been very involved.
I don't want to hear that.
Thank you, Tim.
Here goes.
So as you know, we are in the midst of a disastrous Democrat-created government shutdown, and it is Democrat-created, but I don't think they're getting really the blame that they should.
He calls it a Democrat shutdown, but then he also, because his mind is tricking him, playing tricks on him, but he's like, but they also won yesterday, and nobody believes that. So he goes, oh, well, they're not getting the credit that they deserve. Yeah. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is a scared individual.
That's now officially the longest shutdown in American history. The Democrat radicals in the Senate have shown zero interest in reopening the government. And
no, it's not that we're not interested in reopening the government. We're very interested in doing that. But what we're not interested in doing is going along with you to the path of destruction. We're not interested in destroying this country. So that means, guess what? Pull that emergency brake up in order to get this thing back on track. We'll do that. And that's a huge W for the Democrats. Sometimes you got to pull that. It's called an emergency brake for a reason.
I don't think they'll act so soon. A lot of people disagree. I've been saying for the last 30 days, we've had 4 or 5 different points. Yes, sir, they're going to get it right now. We should have it done in a day. I've heard that about 4 times. I heard it after Kings. They said I was a king. And I heard it after Kings. I heard it after a couple of other moments in time. And I said, no, I don't believe so. And now I heard it's after the election. I don't believe so.
And I like how he calls it Kings, because remember before the No Kings parade, he was saying that it's called the Hate America. But when you get your behind kicked, say my name, Kings. Say my name, Kings. He knows what's up. Again, the writing's on the wall. The walls are closing in on him and his administration, MAGA. And it's you to blame, because honestly, if you cared about him, you would tell him what type of time it is. You would say, hey, don't do that. You don't got the support you need. But a lot of y'all are sitting around him telling him all is good in the hood when it ain't. W. Zeus.
I think the kamikaze pilots. I just got back from Japan. I talked about the kamikaze pilots. I think these guys are kamikaze. They'll take down the country if they have to. So I don't think so. Millions of Americans are going to be without SNAP benefits. Oh. And I will say about SNAP benefits, so when I was president, we had $7 billion worth, and now they have many times that, because these benefits were given to anybody that asked, and they're up to, I hear, just many times.
Hey, Patricia, I invited you up here. Is there something that you wanted to get off of your chest this morning, ma'am? I assume it's ma'am, or it could be another person pretending to be you. But if you don't have anything constructive or productive to say, Patricia, would you mind simply keeping it zipped? I'm not trying to get in trouble for breaking any of the community guidelines, all right, ma'am? All right, so please focus on what I'm saying and not what's going on up here, because every thought that goes through your head, Patricia, it ain't yours. It's the demon inside of you.
7 billion. So it wasn't the purpose of SNAP. That was for people that really had problems, down and out, people that really had problems. But during Biden, they gave it to anybody that wanted it. I think it's something you have to talk about because the numbers are incredible. But countless public servants are now not being paid, and the air traffic control system is under increasing strain.
Yeah. And, my heart and condolences do go out to the victims of that crash yesterday in Louisville, Kentucky at the UPS facility. But ever since Donald Trump has came into office, you could go look this up. We've just had one incident after another in our friendly skies. And it's the result of his incompetence. You would think with all those trillions and trillions of dollars he's been bringing in, he would invest in our air traffic controllers, in our air traffic control, or something else that benefits the people. But for some strange reason, he can't. So that's another reason why I honestly think real justice would be holding this administration and every single one of his cabinet officials accountable. I want Senate hearing after Senate hearing, followed by court case after criminal investigations until we get to the bottom. Because what I don't get is, why are you still supporting this guy when you know he's wrong? And if your pastors have lied to you, then they need to be investigated too. All right, W. Zeus, because they must be in on the corruption. It's a doggone shame, ladies and gentlemen, where we have to take this much time out of our busy lives every day to argue with people like MAGA who are hell-bent on just being foolish. And these foolish individuals somehow have found their ways into our government, and they're in control of things that they really shouldn't be in control of. And so it's with great pleasure that I do this. I'm not going to play the rest of what this crybaby is saying, this loser is saying, but you all know what we must do on this show, because it's something we've been doing for quite a while. W. Kabira, what am I going to do? Zeus, what are you going to do? You already got a good night last night. What's left to do? Oh, I know. Time to send somebody straight to hell. Time to send some folks straight to hell. Judgment is upon us. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and send the entire Trump administration straight to hell, including him, because they have done nothing good for the American people. Every single thing that they have done is designed to cause harm, and guess what? No one's buying it anymore. You can point at anyone you want, a Democrat, you can point at Zoran, you can point at anyone. No one's falling for it. Let's send them where they belong, straight to hell.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
W. Rick, thank you. All right, now this is still an abbreviated show, but I've kind of went along because went a little longer because honestly I had to restart the live and get through the content. But now it is time for me to start talking to regular people out there that want to come up here and perhaps contribute and say something. I ask that you just try to keep it short and sweet. So that we can try to get as many voices heard out here, because this isn't a victory just for Big Zeus. This is truly a victory for everyone else, and I want to give as many people the time they need to say whatever they feel, because it wasn't just the work that I've done. It's actually been the combined effort of a lot of great individuals, all right? So let's start out, ladies and gentlemen, with Stick the Ruler. Welcome, brother. They said no tiny tank top, Tim. Good morning, Stick. Welcome to the show. How can I help you? Are you there, brother? Going once. Stick the Ruler. All right, I guess you're not there. It took a while to come on in, but let's go to my sister, Takesha.
What's up, Zeus?
What's going on? How are you doing?
Man, listen, I saw so much blue last night, I thought I was watching the Smurfs, man.
Don't get me going, Takesha. Don't get me going.
I was so excited.
Yeah.
Let me say this to the fake Christians.
Okay.
Y'all worried about Mondami because he's a Muslim. His religion wasn't on the ballot. That man was talking about doing some great things. Number one.
Yeah.
Number two, y'all ain't never been worried that we ain't never had a real Christian in office.
Talk on it.
I'm gonna
Speak
say
on
it again.
Say it.
Y'all ain't never been worried about not having a real Christian in office. So why y'all worried about that man being Muslim? Why, Zeus?
Because they're trying to push fear, and they're trying to make it seem like people who are of different religions can't be good at the same time, and which is it's a complete lie, because we got a lot of folks who profess to be Christians who are doing very evil things.
And they just as lukewarm as they can be, Zeus.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord said he'd rather you be hot or cold.
Yeah.
Because if you lukewarm, he'll spew you out your mouth, out his mouth.
Bingo.
So my thing it did. Y'all worry about the wrong thing.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all need to be worried. Y'all need to be supporting somebody that want to do something to help the people that can't help themselves.
True.
But y'all want to get behind the people that's helping themselves and ain't steady about you.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all hustle backwards.
You said they hustle backwards.
They hustle backwards.
W, Takesha. So you don't have a problem with Zoran Mamdani, is what you're saying?
Not at all. I like when he said turn up the volume. You know, you had to turn the stuff. You had to turn it up when old folks, because you know their hearing get to going. You know, Trump, you know his little hearing going and everything. So he need to turn up.
Yeah.
So he can hear what Mamdani was saying.
And Trump posted. So now it begins. Right after Mamdani said that. Why do you think he did that? So now it begins. What's he talking about?
Because he know the beginning is the ending for him.
Facts.
So
yeah,
you ain't never had record turnout for those type of elections before.
No.
You know what that means?
What that mean?
That the Democrats realized they made a mistake staying home when it was time to vote Kamala in.
Yeah.
And they won't make that mistake no more. And the Republicans are sitting at home because they tired of Donald Trump. And they say, I'm not going out there and vote because I don't want no more years than we have to of this man.
Bingo.
That's all it was.
W, Takesha. And he's only been in 9 months.
They tired, Zeus. It feel like he been in 9 years.
Wow. You ain't lying. Somebody wrote when he posted that, someone wrote, and this is one of his supporters, sir, with all due respect, we're getting cooked.
Listen.
That's what they said.
Like meals at a restaurant, Zeus. Like meals at a restaurant, Zeus.
Go ahead, Takesha. You're right.
All right, friend. I ain't gonna hold you no longer.
All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give my sister Takesha a huge round of applause. Yeah. That's what they said, sir. With all due respect, we're getting cooked. It just shows, ladies and gentlemen, the huge disconnect between him and reality. And this is why I say the biggest scandals going on in the current administration, on top of the Epstein files and the ankles, it's the auto pen and it's the MRI. All right, he's hiding his health conditions from the American people, and it's making him make bad decisions, and no one's actually checking him. Let's move it along. Who do we got? Good morning, brother Nutty. How can I help you? Welcome to the show.
What's going on, brother? Who would have thought that 2025 would be the year of the woman?
That's
2025, the year of the woman. And I'm here for it because throughout history, men have been in charge, and look where we are today.
Yep.
So why not let women be in charge? I'm here for it.
Me too.
New Jersey, Virginia.
Yeah.
Can we listen? I gotta go to my home state of Michigan.
Yeah.
Detroit.
Yeah,
in Detroit's 345-year history, first female mayor. And not only did she win, she said, lay down because you my female dog.
Oh!
She won by 70 percentage points.
Wow. Get out of
70
here.
percentage points, Zeus.
Wow.
She select them.
Wow.
Detroit said, hold my gender. We're going to put a new gender in office.
Wow.
And Detroit came out and they put a female in that position. I'm here for it.
Wow.
But I'm going to say this, and I'm getting out of here because I know you got to get going.
Yeah.
Don't get complacent. This is what I'm talking about. When the people get out and vote, things happen. Things shift. Look at California. When the polls closed in California last night, they immediately called it because of the turnout.
Yeah.
We've never seen that before. As soon as the polls closed, they immediately called the race and said it was going to be a resounding yes. And it won by over 2 million votes.
Go So can you say what Trump says? There's never been anything like this. Numbers. How does he say it?
Listen, you know what? I leave that for you. I don't even listen to that dude.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. We've never seen numbers like what we saw yesterday. It was record turnout. I'm talking millions and millions of people. They said, "How did you get all these people?" And I said, "Guess what? It's simple. We want to win, and that's all we did." So yeah, we're doing numbers you've never seen before. Go ahead. W's in the chat for Nutty.
I just don't.
Go ahead, Nutty.
Just don't.
Go ahead, Nutty. You got me on Bluetooth? Go ahead, Nutty. You got me on Bluetooth?
Very quickly, just don't get complacent. Get out there and vote. Very quickly, just don't get complacent.
You got an echo, brother. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, Nutty had an echo. But I get what you're saying. Debbie's in the chat for Nutty. We're not going to get complacent, and that's why this morning I feel more hopeful about where we can go as a country, right? If we all put our heads together and focus on what the real issues are, I feel a little more hopeful about that. But make no mistake, the MAGA demon is very, very upset, and they're looking for another way to do what they've been trying to do. And if that involves more crimes and more cheating, they have no problem doing it. Trump is a bully. All he knows when it comes to politics is how to be a bully. So he's not going to self-correct. He's going to double, triple down, and that's why we got to be on guard. So thank you, Nutty. All righty then. Good morning, Hugo. Welcome, champ. How are you? Welcome. How are you doing this morning?
I am doing exceptionally well. I am very happy.
Okay.
We got Joe Ron in there, 51%.
Yep.
And yeah, it's just, you know, when I saw him out in Washington Square Park, with the people rapping and cutting it up, and just, you know, I knew he had the support of the youth, and I knew it was pretty much a wrap.
Good.
I mean,
good.
I'm happy to say I got to vote early.
You're in New York? Where are you at?
Yeah, I am presently in Staten Island.
Okay.
We have the lowest turnout of the whole city.
Yeah.
And, you know, they pulled out all the stops when it came to, you know, the attack ads and, you know, all the racist nonsense, you know, by the Sliwa crowd.
Yeah.
And, you know, all of that stuff. And the only thing their side has at this point is mispronouncing somebody's name. That is the extent of their political ability.
Correct.
You know, they did it to VP Harris. They tried it. You know, they tried it with Mamdani.
Yeah, all they have is really basically childish behavior. Everything they're doing falls under being childish. And at this moment, I appreciate the fact that folks like yourself and folks all over the country, honestly, they're going, you know what? Maybe it's something I don't care too much for, but this issue about the economy and the way we're seeing innocent women and children being treated, that's enough to get me out here and do what I need to do as a citizen in this country. And so that's good news. And well, listen, champ, thank you so much for coming up here. All right, I'm trying to get in and out. Ladies and gentlemen, W's in the chat for Hugo from New York.
Much love for the kingdom.
Thank you, champ. I appreciate you always, man. Seriously. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, we gotta get through us. Okay, good morning, Shay. Welcome.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
How's it feel? How's it feel?
Tell them.
How's it feel? I tell you, I hate to be the petty one. You know, I hate to be the petty one. But I'm loving the salty MAGA tears this morning.
Are they crying this morning?
They're crying. You know, you've heard their talking point, surely, right?
No. What are their talking points?
Oh, no, their whole talking point is what? Oh, like, it's a big deal. I mean, Democrats weren't. They won in Democrat areas.
Oh. Imagine
losing. It was already blue.
Oh, that's how losers lose these days? Get out of here. Get out of here. You're not going to get a ring like that with that mindset. That means you're comfortable losing. Get out of here. These folks, these folks make up some of the craziest ways to justify being in a bad situation. I've never heard anything like this.
They need their heated, weighted blanket and their pacifier. So that's what they're doing right now. You know, they just need to like curl up and just, I don't understand. But let me just break it down for you for 2 seconds because I know my man's got to go.
True.
But here's the deal. Virginia, every single county, including the 11 that were red, flipped blue last night.
Wow.
Every single county in Virginia is now blue. And for you to sit here and tell me that Virginia is a blue state, you are not paying attention. I believe they had a Republican governor by the name of Glenn Youngkin for several years.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys need to understand Virginia, the home of Robert E. Lee, right? It's never been a blue state. It has been purple at best, but what we saw was a referendum against Trump and the MAGA movement last night. Because every single candidate that he endorsed, including his Democratic friend Andrew Cuomo, lost last night.
Wow.
We're talking, we had a 30-year state Senate seat flip last night in Texas to blue.
Wow.
We're talking Georgia. We're talking seats that have not been blue in 20 years that flipped. We're talking J.D. Vance's half-brother lost. Wow. Okay? So if the Trump administration is so popular and the things that he's doing, then we would not have seen the flips that we saw last night.
Bingo. So you're saying Donald Trump is an unpopular president,
Yes.
and his policies are also unpopular.
100%. When you are seeing military in our streets, when you're seeing pew-pews in our streets, and you're seeing a president deny releasing any SNAP benefits, he has the power. We got $6 billion. He could release that. He said no. When he is building a $200, $300 million ballroom and having great Gatsby parties, just showing in your face that all he cares about is his wealthy friends, and he doesn't care that children are going to starve.
Yeah.
He doesn't care that federal workers are not getting paid. He doesn't care that we're flying in the skies very unsafely right now.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about the American people. That's what people are seeing. He is not America first. When you got Marjorie Taylor Greene on The View, when you got her on The View saying that she's upset with the fact that her party is not America first, you've got a problem, Republicans.
Yep.
You also have a problem with hyper racism within your party, and the split is starting to happen when you got Nick Fuentes and Tucker Carlson welcoming in the white supremacists. And you got the Heritage Foundation guy, Robert, saying, yes, this is the party we are. And you've got people in the Republican that are holding seats going, wait, hold on a minute.
Yeah.
We're already dealing with, we can't even do town halls because of Project 2025. And now you've got the author of Project 2025 basically saying that Tucker Carlson and Nick Fuentes are right. We've got to get rid of the brown people in this country.
Yep.
And that is a problem. You're going to start to see the major breakdowns within the Republican Party. Yes, they were very successful running on anti-transgenderism and the border wall, but that's all they have. And see, when they can't fearmonger, and when we run on policy, when we run for the people, Democrats, we will win, and we will keep winning.
Thank you.
It's important that we stay focused on what matters to the people, and don't let them try to dissuade us on silly matters.
Bingo.
Okay? Let's do this, guys. I think last night we got to keep going.
Yep.
And we got to keep our heads up. And I think we all needed this morale boost. And I love y'all so much. Way to go.
Love you too.
And congratulations to Crazy Mother Runner. Jess Anderson, everybody knows Crazy Mother Runner, right?
Yeah.
She was one of the Virginia Dems that got in last night. So proud for her. Yes. She won her seat.
Wow.
Yep.
That's very good.
And we got, now Isaiah didn't win last night, but we have the 216th Democratic seat out of Houston finally getting sat. So we got 216 Dems in the House now. So, yes. Woo-woo! It was a great night, everybody. Love y'all.
All right. right, love you as
Thanks,
well.
sis.
W's in the chat for Shay. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. It's truly, truly, honestly, in my opinion, one of the greatest moments of the year. Alrighty then, all right, let's move it along, all right, who do you got? Good morning, Q-Dog, welcome, champ, what do you got for us?
What's up, bro, what's up?
Another day,
Hey,
yes.
This is just the beginning, let's go.
Talk to him.
Keep y'all foot on these MAGA necks, don't let them up for no air. This is what we gonna do from here on out. They know it was coming, but they didn't know how we were going to do it. Now we got momentum. We got to keep that momentum going.
Thank you.
Keep it going.
Yeah, he's not lying. Do you think we sent a message as a unit yesterday? Because
loud and clear.
Yeah,
we tired of it. Back in the day, they used to say, our ancestors used to say, we tired of being tired.
Yeah.
And it's our time right now. You know how we do. We back them down in the paint and we dunk on they yeah.
But you do all that on them and then shimmy on them and then hit them with the fadeaway or you
shove
dunk
them
on
over, shove them over in the corner.
Hey, WQ dog.
That's what we doing.
And I like how you're saying keep your foot on their neck, because what you're saying is just because you got a nice little run doesn't mean the game's over, so to speak. Is that what you're kind of getting at?
They're gonna try to come back with a counterattack.
Yeah.
But you know what?
What's that?
We got a plan already in place. We've been plotting for a long time. You know how when folks are on the plantation, and they secretly having secret connections with each other, they singing while they working.
Yeah.
Old Negro spirituals,
True. Yeah.
We
chain
get
gang, so to speak.
Exactly. Subliminal messages to the other slaves. Yeah. We all keep our foot on your neck this time. Now we got the whips.
Django.
Yeah.
Remember
got the whip.
Remember Django Unchained? Jesse, what was his name? Jamie Foxx? Yes. I understand the concepts because it's very important that they understand. And this is why I say the game isn't really over in my opinion, but what it showed is we know how to move the ball, as a team. And this is why I think this might be the start of something serious, because we really do need to get to the place where we get justice.
This shows that the people have the voice, not the Republicans in office that think they have the power.
Yeah.
No, we put you in that place. So what makes you think we can't get you up out of there?
Mm-hmm.
So I want everybody to keep going. Keep the ones that did not get a chance. I didn't get a chance to vote last time, but I'm going tonight.
Yeah.
But keep your foot on the pedal. Do not let up off that gas.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying?
Tell them, brother. Tell them.
So we gonna get through this. We gonna get through this.
Tell them, brother. Well, listen, I gotta say thank you for having the ability and the courage to get up here and inspire us all with your leadership, brother Q Dog. I appreciate it.
Hey, you know what, bro? We do this collaboratively together.
Yeah.
Because if it's not for us, the people lose hope and they need motivation. So when you have somebody that's strong, you pull up the ones that are weak, and get them to the platform where they have confidence in themselves to say, I can do this.
Amen.
I don't need anybody pulling me back down in that barrel of crabs.
Nope.
And that's all MAGA are. They're a bunch of crabs that want to pull you down to the depths of hell.
Yep.
Because they can't get themselves out of there.
Yep.
They can't
Q Dog.
find their way. So we're gonna keep this train moving.
You're either going to contribute or you're going to get off of it, one of the two. But we're going to do what we do.
Or get kicked off.
Bingo.
Hey, we do it just like Harriet Tubman.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? You know what she had for the ones that wanted to act up along the way. Okay, you already know what to do. You either get in line or get out the line.
Bingo. Well, listen, Champ, I gotta get up out of here.
Salute to you, bro.
WQ Dog. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. We gotta get. Ange, welcome. How are you doing, Ange? Welcome. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you? This is a wonderful, glorious morning, isn't it?
Absolutely. Go ahead. Say what you said it. Yeah. Do you feel bad a little bit about some of the feelings that might be hurt this morning, Ange?
No.
Oh.
Absolutely not. Oh, Zeus, they came into my live. Oh my God, they did exactly what I wanted them to do. They crashed out. They crashed out within seconds, calling me every name in the book. We had to drop one because he started using slurs on us and everything.
Wow.
So I wanted to, oh gosh, it was beautiful.
Wow.
But I want to say last night was amazing. I could barely sleep. This is just a precursor to what's going to happen in 2026. Like Q Dog and everybody else is saying, you can't stop now. We've got the momentum. Keep going with it. Hey, and if you want to go to the basketball references, we got a good bench. We have a deep, deep bench, and we're going to use every single bit of it. And this might not mean too much because we're in my little corner up here in Maine, but they tried to take away the absentee voting.
Yeah.
Didn't work. We're going to be keeping that, so you're not going to suppress that. And we only had yellow flag laws, which is probably what attributed to the largest mass pew-pewing in 2023 up here in Maine. We now have red flag laws. So we got those.
Yes,
and
good.
All over the country. We just did great. It was awesome watching this with my daughter, for her to see all these women winning.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited. Did you have any crash outs this morning? I had to pop in and out.
No. I just got flagged earlier, and then I had the restart. But they've been crashing out in my audience. They won't come up here, and neither do I, honestly, Ange, because I want to be a winner, and I don't want to be around losers. And it's just, that's the type of vibe that I'm setting this morning. And so I don't blame them for wanting to sit where they're at in that corner crying. All right, because I don't want that losing spirit to jump off of them onto me, if you know what I'm saying. I'm the Rizzler.
I agree.
I'm the Rizzler.
And you know, I used to think I was as nice as you, but I've realized now that I'm not, because I did want them coming over to yell at me because I enjoyed the fact that they were ticked off. Anyway, that's all I've got. Thank you so much. Everybody have a great day.
All right, W. Ange. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, look at this. All right, honestly, I do have to wrap it up, but I want to give all of you a huge round of applause. It's been nice to check in with you this morning. I want to encourage all of you to keep up the great work. I'm so sorry I do have to cut out, but I'm a busy guy, right? But it was very important that we get out here and continue to inspire all of you, because, you know, one voice says another thing to someone else, and eventually the truth gets out there. And the truth of the matter is this, and it's very simple, MAGA. Donald Trump is a liar. He's a criminal. He's a felon. W, lady boss, thank you. He's a liar. He's a criminal. He's a felon. He's an immoral creature. And the American people understand he's not delivering on any of the things that he's promised. And on top of that, they're done with him. And so with that being said, I got to get up out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to give all of the subscribers, gifters, moderators, and panelists a huge round of applause for tuning in this morning. It's going to be an abbreviated show to the rest of the week. All right, that's just how the cookie crumbles, all right? But I also want to give one last round of booze and shame. That means I'm starting at 6:30 and then ending at 7:30, but I started late and got reported, so I kind of ran a little late, but you get what I'm doing. I got to give one last round of booze and shaming. You know what this goes out to? This goes out to all of the Zeus haters and the losers out there who still don't get it. I don't need to explain it to you. You need to go back to the lab and figure it out yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them one last round of booze and shame. Figure it out.
Silence.
All right.
You MAGA.
W-Ange, thank you. All right, have a great rest of your morning. I gotta get up. Good job, Gavin. Have a great rest of your morning. Hey. The Supreme Court, check out what they're doing with the tariffs. Hey, let's go. Have a great rest of your day.
Looking like a Rob Liberace. It's all good from Diego to the Bay. Your city is the bomb if your city make it rain. Throw up a finger if you feel the same way. Straight putting it down.
Hey, Mega, y'all gotta figure it out. Thank you, R. Keep up the work in the city. Let's go. You are the ones that make it happen. Seriously. What you say? Let me serenade the streets of LA. Alright, I gotta get out of here. Alright, but MAGA, I see him crying in my comment section. Here's MAGA. MAGA. W, come here. Thank you. Here's MAGA. I see him. I see him. This is Teddy in the comment. Teddy, this is you. This is Teddy.
I hate him.
It's Teddy right here.
That dirty Turkish archibald flat and talking Philip Martin, Perkaluma Burton,
Teddy, you okay? I can watch this any day I want to laugh. I'll watch it right after this. What are you trying to say? What does that mean? Hit his head on the piano. Teddy, do better. Teddy. Bye, Teddy.